What's going on, y'all? This is Pastor Rich from Christ Crucified Fellowship, and we are doing chapter 5, week 5 of Radical Truths, multiplying community. This was a really challenging chapter for us because it kind of peered us in to what it really means to be a community and how do we grow as a community. And David Platt, man, again, as he always does, gives us some very challenging perspectives and views as to how we become a community, how we cultivate that community, and how we grow a community. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a quote from David in the book, in the chapter, page 96, and this is dope. He says, "Disciple making is not about a program or an event, but about a relationship. As we share the gospel, we impart life. And this is the essence of making disciples, sharing the life of Christ. This is why making disciples is not just about going, but it also includes baptizing." What's dope about this is that David Platt is giving us the perspective about church community, church growth, cultivating that, and that it's not just in the act of going and sharing the gospel, or at least merely or superficially sharing the gospel, but it's about introducing the person to the good news of Jesus that will ultimately bring them into the family of Christ. And that's always dope because everyone, everywhere, appreciates and longs for family. We appreciate and we want things to be communal. We want to be part of something, and that's exactly how we make disciples. This is how we present community. This is how we grow community. Not just kind of like cold evangelism and throw the Bible at somebody, but we share the good news of Jesus. We share the fact that Jesus came, lived, died, and resurrected for the purpose of us being reconciled to the family of God, in a relationship with God. That we can have tons of programs, tons of events lined up to share the gospel, or create platforms in those places to share the gospel, but ultimately the real work is in family. The real work is building a relationship. The real work is going out to these people's workplaces and getting to know them. The work is getting to know their family. The work is sitting down late nights hearing their problems. The work is hearing the things that they're struggling with. And that's the real work of community. So again, man, David Platt is just challenging us to know that community is not about just cold evangelism and throwing the Bible at people, but it's about getting down and dirty and gritty with people's lives, being able to connect with them on a real level, and then using that as an avenue to share the good news of Jesus Christ and how His work, His person, His character redeems that, and redeems family, and redeems fellowship, and redeems community. So again, this is week 5. Radical Truths with David Platt. The challenge is to go out there and really know people. Really go out there and build community, cultivate it in the gospel of Jesus, and build the family of God. Advance the kingdom of God. Advance the family of God. So that's the challenge for us this week. Keep at it. Chisel season. .blogspot.com. I think I might have murdered that, but you guys know the deal by now. So check us out in connection with Christ Crucified NYC.org. Peace.